Hi, folks. I'm Ekambaram Elmalai. I'm a high school teacher from Tucker County, West Virginia. So first and foremost, Tucker County is very much thankful and grateful to our Learning to Research project team for giving our students this wonderful opportunity to do this research project on the climatic changes. So I would like to share a few things about the Tucker community. It's a rural community, and their main industry, I could say their main job is agriculture, hunting, and fishing. So it's a kind of a very poor community we are working with. And when coming to the project, we started our research project in November after we got our kit, everything from the Learning to Research project team. And then I gave actually 3 different topics to the students to decide one among them. And they came up with, they wanted to try the climate change on the physical, chemical, and the biological parameters of the rivers in Tucker County, West Virginia. So this is what we have decided to work on. So the main goal and objectives of our project is to analyze the water quality changes bi-monthly and to study the effect of climatic change on the physical, chemical, and biological parameters of the river ecosystems, and the effect of the climate change on the flora and fauna. So this is our team, the Learning to Research project team in Tucker County High School. There are actually a couple of kids missing, so they were sick that day. So this is our team. And actually, like there are about 5 different river systems in the Tucker County. Actually, they are. It's a kind of a network. They are interconnected. So kids actually they studied the ecological parameters such as the abiotic factors, such as the cloud cover, the water temperature, the soil texture, soil temperature, using the chart that is provided by the team and using thermometers. And so they were divided into 5 different groups, and they were chosen actually to one of the river ecosystem to collect a water sample and to analyze them. And they were so much excited because they are actually learning their own community, okay, with the help of Learning to Research project team. So this is one of our study site, which is the Black Fork River. And the second study site, which is the Cheat River in Tucker. And this is the Dry Fork River. And actually, I don't have the pictures of the other 2 study sites. I'm sorry about that. And actually, kids, they brought the water samples from the 5 different sites, and they brought to the school, and they did analyze by using the kit, which is provided by the Learning to Research project team. So this is actually the first week of November. They did analyze the water samples from the 5 different sites of the river. The first one is the Black Fork, which is a downstream, and the second one is the Cheat. The third one is the Shavers Fork. We have 2 different streams, the upstream and the downstream of the Shavers Fork. And the next study site is the Dry Fork, and the last one is the Blackwater River, which is the upstream. So when you look into the temperature, even though they are interconnected, the temperature ranges from 5 degrees Celsius, which is the minimum, and the maximum of 14 degrees Celsius. And So they brought the sample and they did analyze the odor of the water, and everything was pretty clear, pretty good actually, except the shaver's fork, which was, I would say, like it smelled like human waste, a kind of a rotten egg smell. That's what I would say. And the appearance was very clear in the study site 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, except the shaver's fork, the downstream. And the next parameter, which is the dissolved oxygen, which was said to be fair in all the sites, and the BOD level was actually good, and the nitrate level, which is excellent in the black fork, and 5 ppm in the other sites except the shaver's fork, which is of 20 to 40 ppm, okay, which is parts per million. If it is a drinking water, okay, so it is not an advisable range, 20 to 40 ppm. The reason is excess nitrate in the water, which causes cancer and also a kind of disorder called the blue baby syndrome. So this is something they did figure out. And the pH level actually ranged from 7 minimum and 9, which is in the black fork. And the phosphate level minimum was 1 ppm, and the maximum they did find out 2 ppm, which is pretty good for the water quality. And the turbidity level, actually, they found something different in shaver's fork, whereas when compared to the other sites, it's null. And coming to the bacterial analysis, okay, they did figure out the study 1 site and 3 and 4, which did show negative, and 2, 5, and 6 did show the positive sign of this coliform bacteria. So this they did actually in the first week of November, and they tried actually the same kind of analysis in the third week of November. And this is entirely different from the first week. When you look into the data, the study 4, 5, and 6 did show a kind of a bad odor in the water. So I did smell the water, right? It smelled like human waste. And then the water appearance was clear in all the sites except in the shaver's fork downstream. And the dissolved oxygen was, it changed from one area to another area. And BOD, it's all constant in all the sites except this, except in the dry fork. And the nitrate level did show here, this time it was pretty good, okay? The 5 ppm is acceptable, and the pH range minimum 7 and the maximum 8. And coming to the turbidity, okay, it was null, and the bacterial test did show positive in all the 6 different sites which we did, which we analyzed. So this is something actually different from the first week of November. So we did analyze the same in December. Okay, it was completely different from the November month. Actually, the sites 3, 4, and 6 did have a different smell of water. Okay, in the Blackwater River, it did smell like some chemicals in it. And then in the Shaver's Fork upstream and the downstream, which smelled really bad, and the water was really clear. And coming to the rest of the parameters like dissolved oxygen, biological oxygen demand, nitrate, the pH, the phosphate level did show pretty good in the water. And even this month, the coliform bacteria did show positive in all the 6 different sites that they did analyze. So this actually made them the interest how this is going to show an impact on the living organisms which is in and around the river ecosystems. Okay, the kids actually were very much excited because during summer they do go for fishing in the rivers and they do swim. So now they are really scared to get into this. And one more thing is they really wanted to share the whole thing, the data that they had collected to the entire school system in the assembly. So these words actually may spread to the whole community. That's what I believe. And so far, we have analyzed the water quality for November and December. And so these are some of the pictures. Okay, shows the positive sign of the coliform bacteria. So it indicates the water contains some harmful disease-causing microorganisms. So future, we were planning to integrate some of the technology to our project, and kids are planning to show how this water analysis having an impact on the living organisms in and around the water. So far, we had done this with the help of everyone, and if you have any questions, you can go ahead. And thank you so much to everybody.
Okay, thank you very much, Eka. That was really nice.
Thank you, Julie.
Okay, there are questions coming in. I like the thought bubbles for your students. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what our plan is. Okay. Louis, can you hear me? So Louis, actually,
You're still in audio, Eka.
yeah, actually, we are planning actually to identify the pathogens with the help of uh, WVU, which is West Virginia University. We are planning actually. I don't know how it's going to work, but we will try our best. Kids are really excited because they want to know actually to study more about the bacterial form in the water.